We bought a condo in the GTA area and we wanted to share with you the entire process and what goes into buying a new place.
We're really excited about it. There were some things that we were prepared for, but a couple of things that took us by surprise.
So in today's video, we are going to focus on what it looks like when you're putting an offer.
Before even putting an offer, how you have to prepare for your finances, your down payment. The most important of them all, how to get or find a good realtor.
This is like all based on our personal experience. We would highly recommend that you go to professionals like realtors, real estate agents, lawyers and stuff, but we'll share whatever we can and hopefully that helps you.
So the first thing that we had to start from is deciding whether we are going to buy or rent. Because previous to this, we were renting a unit and we knew we wanted to upgrade, but whether we were going to buy or rent, that was still something we weren't sure of.
So a lot of honest conversations have to happen, like what our needs are, what our wants are,
what your monthly budget is that you're willing to spend.
And we have two other videos where we went apartment hunting and we did talk about what our wants and needs are, so you can check out those videos.
Yeah. The biggest difference between these two is the monthly expenses might still be around the same.
Yeah.
But when you're buying, you have to have a lump sum amount for down payment ready, which oftentimes can get a bit difficult.
Yeah, but because this is such a good market right now, especially for buyers, that's why buying even came to our mind.
I think for more than 6 months before actually talking to a realtor, we were looking into places, constantly keeping an update of how much the price range are for the kind of house we want.
We're going to random open houses because that also gives you an idea on things you should consider.
How it works,
So a lot of research went into that because we wanted to be as prepared as we could be.
Another thing that we discussed is we wanted to make sure that we had enough money saved up for a 20% down payment.
So here, when you're buying a property, you can do a minimum of 5%, I think.
Yeah, up to 500,000, it's 5%.
The benefit of 20% down payment is that you don't have to pay extra for insurance. So basically, we thought if we don't do the 20% down payment, we're kind of wasting our money on this insurance. So unless and until we have the 20% saved up, we will not go ahead.
Yeah, that personally also gave us some confidence that, we would have a bit more equity in our house.
Yeah.
And the loan amount would drastically reduce.
So this obviously will depend on situation to situation. This is what we were comfortable with.
Yeah, it's definitely a personal preference. We knew what our maximum number was.
Yeah.
We knew we wouldn't look for a house or even consider a house that would cost more than 500,000.
This is so important to do because then it narrows down your search. You're not distracted by other things.
So the next step for us was to look for a good realtor. We had to be really prepared before we got into this step because this made everything official.
Realtor can really make or break your whole deal when you're buying a house. So it's so important that you look for someone that aligns with your values and can deliver on what you're looking for.
We did hear of experiences from our friends where the realtors were not that helpful.
We found our realtor through our friends and honestly, we've had a great experience.
There were a lot of questions we had as first-time home buyers, a lot of things in the process that we didn't know of. Having an experienced realtor really helped us a lot. He made sure that we don't compromise on the things that we were looking for, right? Just a small example, we told him that we would prefer a 2-bathroom apartment, but even if we liked a 1.5 bathroom, he was like, no, don't go for it.
He was
I know you want to,
us.
so we'll make sure you get that.
Yeah, so those kind of little things really can change your whole experience.
We would highly recommend him.
His name is NIMESH SHAH. So we'll put all his information. If you are looking for a realtor, give him a call or message him.
And a lot of times, because we're working, right, he would adjust around our schedule to be able to help us with the showings and all. So these small things help us a lot. And
so once we decided to work with this realtor, we were sharing listings that we liked, and he was also sharing listings with us that he thought would be good fit, and then we would decide on which areas to cover and what houses to see.
And he would tell us that this is good, this is not a good area, or this realtors, I've spoken to them, the seller has different expectations. So before even we went to the viewing, he would do a lot of research for us because the realtors have a better idea of the area. You would just look at the listing, look at the pictures, and you would be like, okay, this looks good, but they would have more information. And another good thing was that we would pick certain areas let's say we want to go to Toronto side or Scarborough side or like somewhere else in GTA, because we would cover 4 or 5 places in the same area on the same day.
And if there were like any units that we actually started to consider, he was like so transparent about everything, like whatever conversations he was having with the other realtor, he would like let us know like this is the budget that they are looking for, this is how much we can push and negotiate.
We visited a unit that we really liked. It was like 2 minutes away from the TTC station.
Yeah.
And it was listed for 500,000, so right at the top end of our budget. We wanted to put an offer in, but he spoke to the realtor and the realtor told him that the seller has already rejected a 550k offer.
Yeah.
So they were definitely looking for above asking price.
He even told us like it's not worth it because your budget is 500, we can absolutely find you something within that price range.
There were 3 units that we finally shortlisted.
Yeah. So the first one was the one that we were talking about right now,
The 500k one.
and then the second one was one of the units that we were seeing towards the end of our viewings and stuff. So because we liked it, we would have to like start the whole process with our realtor, talking to the other realtor, looking at the building and the historical averages to
Get an idea of the seller's expectations also.
Yeah, so a lot of work would have had to go into them, but at the same time, we already were in talks with the third unit.
Yeah, there were like a couple of days difference between viewing both these units.
So we were a bit more farther ahead, like in our conversations for the third unit than we would have been with the second. So we kind of had to make a decision.
Let go of this one and go all in for this.
Yeah, but so we didn't feel as comfortable, and that's why we put an offer for the third unit, which is our current place right now.
We had like a good idea of where the seller was, what the expectations were, how strong our chances were of actually getting this unit.
There's a lot that goes into putting an offer, so let's talk about that.
So we actually still remember the day we were just sitting in a coffee shop with our realtor discussing, okay, let's put in an offer.
Yeah.
What our maximum was and what the first offer amount would be.
The condo was listed for 500 or like 499. So we knew we obviously have to like go below the asking price. Basically, realtor is the one who like prepare the whole offer with all like conditions, stuff like that, and then send it over to the seller's realtor.
Hi Sakshi and Pratika, sent you the electronic documents to review. You can sign tonight or tomorrow morning. This feels too real to fall. It's happening.
That was a crazy process because a lot of things go in, and once you put in the offer, you cannot back off.
Yeah.
If they end up accepting it, you have to go ahead with this.
Exactly, because it's a contract. Like both parties are entering into a contract if like the other party accepts it.
I did ask my realtor this question, can we put in an offer for 2 units? He was like, generally you don't do it because if both of them end up accepting it, you have to go ahead with it.
Yeah, or you have to like pay penalty or something like
There's also another issue regarding the paint.
The good thing about putting an offer is like you can put anything in it. Like if there's anything in the house that you want to change, you want the seller to change, you can put it into that offer. For us, it was the paint. The house was like grey,
Dark grey.
very dark. Yeah, just like the color. We didn't like the colors at all.
Yeah, the rooms were different color. The kitchen was like yellow.
Did not like that at all. So basically, we put that also in the condition. Like
We were thinking in hindsight it was good it didn't happen because here we can decide which color we wanted, which brand we wanted. We also had some conditions listed in our offer. So there were 3 main conditions that we didn't want to compromise on. One of them is the status certificate condition. Then there's the financing condition. And third was the home inspection.
So we'll talk about all these conditions in full details because I think it's so important to know, and it was also like new for us. We'll do a separate video on that. So everything was accepted.
We literally both of us just signed the final agreement for our house. It feels unbelievable. I'm like shaking, but I'm so excited and nervous, and this is like, things are now real. This has happened. We have signed the official contract. We are documenting this because we're going to look back at this, and what a journey.
Biggest thing to remember is once your offer gets accepted, you have to put in the deposit amount. So we basically had 48 hours to prepare to get that amount ready.
Yeah, so make sure you have the down payment like available to you, or at least like a part of the down payment. I think for the deposit it's like between 1 to 5%, but you can decide. Oh, we had to submit a bank draft to the other realtor's bank. You need to have that money available to you right away.
Yeah, and this deposit is part of your down payment total amount. So it's just the down payment gets reduced by whatever deposit you're putting in.
Yeah, it's not extra from what you have to pay. It's like a part of that.
Yeah. So we had 2 weeks to complete or fulfill all the conditions and then let the sellers know that we would like to go ahead with this deal.
Yeah, so that's what goes into putting an offer in for a new place. So stay tuned for more videos to come in this series.
And we can go there now.
Yeah, it's there actually. Just walk in now. It's yours.
What happens on closing day and what happens when you actually move in,
Yeah.
how that whole thing works.
It's a lot of chaos, but a lot of fun too. So stay tuned for that.
And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any video.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Until then,
Bye!